We are now live, yes! It is Motivation Monday. Bear with me a second while I get everything sorted. So welcome to Motivation Monday. I am Lisa Barwise. You are most welcome. We are live every Monday here at 3 p.m. GMT. If the changing of the clocks here in the UK got you and you're wondering what time of the day it is indeed just after 3. I think it's 3:07, a little bit later because we are here in the studio today. I decided to bring my Motivation Monday to the studio rather than doing it from home in my usual home office. And today's topic we're going to be talking about, as people are joining in, is you are in charge of your schedule, how you feel, and indeed your body. And I'm going to tell you how to get that motivation to do the things that you want to do. And how you're going to be able to do that. So as people are joining in live, do tell me where it is that you're coming from. I would love to hear from you. If any of this resonates with you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a hello. And of course, share this out with any sort of other wonderful goddess that you think needs to hear this message today. So you are indeed in control of how your schedule, how you feel, and your body. And I want to talk about this because it is something that comes up time and time again. And the questions that I get, or the responses that I get when I ask about those questions. Hello, you're most welcome as people are joining on board, saying hi. The question that I get, or the statement that I get, is I just don't have the time. I don't know where I'm going to find the time. Trying to work out, how am I going to do that? And healthy eating, it is also very time consuming. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So as people are joining us, I will do my introduction. Hello, my name is Lisa Barwise and I consider myself a wellness alchemist. That means I'm the kick-ass catalyst in the transformation of women around the world, strong of mind, body and character. And I'm the creator of Warrior Goddess Kettlebell Training and the Warrior Goddess Body online body shape change programs. And I want to talk to you today specifically about this statement of I don't have time, I can't make time or find time, how am I going to make this work? So first of all, when people say to me, I don't have time, my answer is always, well, you do have time. We all have the same amount of time. We all have 24 hours in our day. We all have the same amount of time, but you're just choosing to do things at those times. So you're just choosing different things. And that's okay. It's not that what I'm trying to say here is that you're a bad and wrong person because you're making those choices. What I'm trying to say is that you do in fact have the time. You're just prioritizing to make different choices with what's going on for you and in your life. So what I generally ask people to do at this point when they make that, that sort of feedback of I don't have time, is to really just ask yourself, well, what is important to you right now, okay? What is important to you in your life right now? And is this your season for that change? So if you're somebody who's right, okay, this is the time, I really want to focus on changing my body shape, I really want to get into shape, I want to feel mentally and physically fit, I want to feel motivated, I want to, look in the mirror and feel confident about what I see. If all of these things are where you're at and you are not making time to exercise and to eat healthy, then that is a choice, okay? And what you're choosing to do is your choice, but you're not going to achieve your goals because of that. So what I tend to say is one of two things. Maybe you're in a season of life where you kind of want to do these things, like you do want to get into shape, you want to eat healthy, you want to feel better, but you've just started a new relationship, you've just started a new job, maybe you have new babies or young kids at home, or you've just gone through a big transition in your life. Maybe this is not your season. And there's no judgment with that, there's no you're bad or you're wrong, but I think what tends to happen is we say we want certain things, but it's because our life is a bit crazy or we're going through different changes, etc. So we say we want them or we want them, but in all reality, to be able to set aside the time needed to do that is just not possible. Or to set aside the time to do that would actually be irresponsible because really you need to focus on your babies, on your partner, on your job, etc. Okay? So at any of these instances, if these are resonating with you, There is no right or wrong. There's just you being honest with yourself and going, what is it that I'm actually looking for, and is it my season? So say, for example, you do say to me, right, okay, Lisa, I do want to change my body shape. I do want to eat healthy. I do want to feel more confident. I do want to be able to look in that mirror and feel sexy and feel strong, and you're not prioritizing exercise or healthy eating, then that is indeed a choice. So rather than you saying, I don't have time, it's better for you to frame that question with, it's not my priority, and feel how that feels. How does that sit with you? It's not my priority. So if you are looking to change your shape and you don't make time to exercise or you don't make time to eat healthy, then that's not really your priority. So it's a kind of wanna it. Does that make sense? So given then that I have said, if you want to change your shape, we all know that we have to exercise and eat healthy. We maybe don't know the nuances of how to do that, but we know we need to make time to go and do workouts and to make and prepare healthy food for ourselves. We know that, right? I mean, if you don't know that, then something is gone awry. Then that's when you need to understand that you are in charge of your schedule. So if you say to me, Lisa, well, trying to find an extra hour in my day, which is what I would say to you, if you've got goals you want to achieve, if you want to change your shape, if you want to eat healthy, if you want to prioritize your self-care and look after both your mental, physical, and indeed emotional health, if you can't find 1 hour a day in your life to do that, then you don't have a life. Pretty strong talk, right? But it's true. If you can't find 1 hour for you in your day, then you don't have a life. You're serving everybody else. You're people pleasing. You're putting everybody else's needs, wants, and health ahead of your own, and that is not going to work for you long term. So even if you're saying to me, well, I'm a mum of young kids, I can't get up an hour earlier, the baby's is not sleeping through the night, then that comes back to my initial statement, which is maybe this is not your season, and that is okay. It's okay to give yourself grace during certain periods of your life, but that is not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here, and this is where you need to dig deep and be honest and take some responsibility. If you are somebody who is looking to make changes, you know you want to make changes to your body shape, you know you want to make changes to your health, you know you want to get strong, you want to feel your confidence and feel in control, and you tell me right now that you don't have 1 hour per day that you can dedicate to, whether that be working out or working on your goals or prepping good food or eating good food, if you don't have 1 hour in your day to do that, then I'm just going to tell you that you don't have a life and you're living your life for every single other person. Now, the problem with that continual people-pleasing, that continual giving of yourself and your energy will result 100% in you not being healthy, possibly becoming very unhealthy and working into disease, sickness and illness. Now, I'm not trying to scaremonger, but this is what I know to be true from my own personal experience. My mum was a mum to 7 children. She had 7 children. 6 children were alive. She, at the age of 60, became ill because all she did was people please and have really unhealthy coping mechanisms. So her coping mechanisms to try to live her life were really unhealthy, really bad lifestyle choices, and in the end, died before she was 61 years old, okay, from cancer and other diseases, because she had really bad coping mechanisms of how to deal with the emotional stress of having that many children and not making time for herself and looking after herself. She, one of these people that constantly gives and gives and gives, literally gives the shirt off your back. And if you're somebody who people pleases and is constantly giving and don't leave anything in the tank for you, that is where it ends in bad choices with your food, with exercise, with your emotional and coping mechanisms, and that's where we see really bad trouble happening. So you are in charge of your schedule. You are an adult woman in charge of their schedule. If you're saying to me right now, but my boss needs me to do this and my boss needs me to do that, then you have to understand that by making those choices to your schedule because of your boss, you're doing so because you want to, obviously keep your job or to do really well in your job, but that is a choice. So that's still a choice to do that as part of your schedule. So if your boss wants you to do that at a certain part of the week, then you need to make time later in the week to get your workouts in, to do the things for you. And ask yourself, well, what can you do? Okay, well, I can't come to class because I've had to work later, I've had to have an early start or an early flight. Can you get a home-based workout in? Can you move your body for up to 30 minutes? Can you go for a walk? Can you still drink your 2 liters of water? Can you still take your supplements every day? Can you still do these things that we know to be good for your health and your nutrition, that just because you can't get a workout in, that, you know, when I can't get a workout in, I go for a walk with the dog, I'm still moving my body, I'm still, you know, getting out in nature and doing something that's really good for me. That's what I do. Or I foam roll, I do some mobility at home, I do some stretch series at home, I maybe do 10 minutes or so of that. That for me is moving my body. If I can't move my body at all, then I meditate. So I spend maybe 5-10 minutes just having some deep breathing and meditating, and I know that I can do that. So it doesn't become about excuses, ladies, because this is all these are. They're just excuses, and I am being strong with you today, and this is a little bit of a loving smackdown, but I hear this all the time. I don't have time. I don't have, you know, my boss needs me to do this, my kids need me to do this, etc. So what about, did you know that the average, this is going to be quite shocking to you, do you know that the average person spends between 3 and 4 hours in front of the TV, watching Netflix, watching movies, watching TV. Now, I know I watch movies and Netflix quite often, so I never say I don't have the time, because I'm choosing to do that. But I'm generally maybe working while I do it, or I sit down and watch a movie with my son, which again is important connection time for us. It is a purposeful, intentional thing that I do, but I'm not the one saying I don't have time to work out, because I make time to work out and watch my Netflix. So if you say to me, I don't have time to do the thing that I know that I want in terms of my goals, my response to you would be, well, how much time are you spending in front of, you know, Netflix or watching TV? If you're saying, well, that's how I relax and unwind, my question to you would be, really, is that the most healthy way for you to learn to relax and unwind? In my experience, the healthier option for somebody would be to go for a walk, to do a workout, or to do some sort of training session, because all of that is going to ultimately lead to your health long term, rather than being so exhausted that the only thing that you can do to unwind is to try to keep your eyes open, because that's what that is saying to me. So you are in charge of your schedule. You are also in charge of your body. So if you say to me, well, I really want to eat healthy, but I don't know how, you know, or I don't have time to do that, or I really want to eat healthy, but I don't like broccoli, kale, certain foods, insert your food woe there, then I come back to, you are an adult, you are making the choice. It's your responsibility that if you can't enjoy kale, then find something else that you can enjoy that also has similar properties. Spinach or cauliflower or something like that that you can get from the cruciferous vegetable category. So, you know, what can you eat? It always comes down to, I don't have the time to do that. No, I don't prioritize this in my day. If I don't have the full hour, what can I do with what time I have? And find the next best thing. Find the ability to be able to do that. And ultimately, it comes down to the very last thing, which is, you are in control of how you feel. So, you know, somebody said to me the other day, you know, when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Like, when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? And it's not like I jump out of bed and I'm like, oh my God, it's the most amazing day ever. No, I'm also somebody who's not naturally motivated or naturally athletic. So I don't wake up out of bed and go, oh my goodness, I get to work out today. Isn't that exciting? You know, right up until the moment that I'm actually working out, I'm literally thinking, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do it. I'm struggling today. Don't have the energy. How am I ever going to do it? And that's the conversation that happens to me within the first 10 seconds of waking up. First 10 seconds of waking up, I say to myself, I am so tired. Oh, I am so exhausted. Anyone else? Then I maybe move and transition and go, right, well, hold on. Then I go into suffering. I generally then would go, how am I going to get through today? How am I going to get my workout in? How am I going to talk to these people? How am I going to X, Y, Z? And I have like a little anxiety, or I have a little fear that comes up as a basis of that. So then what I need to remind myself is, this is the life that I've chosen for myself. This is the life where I am completely in control of my schedule. I'm completely in control of how I feel. I'm completely in control of my destiny and being able to achieve my goals. And at one time in my life, I prayed, I sat down, and I wished for this life that I now have. So if I feel that way, why can't I, change my state? So I do everything that I need to do. I do the work that I need to do with my head and mentally, and then I generally count down from 5 and get out of bed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. And that's how I do that. But I'm not thinking about, oh my goodness, I'm so excited and motivated to go work out today. I'm so excited and motivated to do my goals or do my journaling or take my supplements or have my prudie. None of that wakes me up with excitement, because it's not their responsibility to wake me up with excitement. It's up for me to think about, how can I trigger my own state of motivation? How can I, find and mentally have that little pep talk in my head and go, how am I going to be able to do that? And that is what you need to move into when you understand that you are indeed in control of how you feel. So what I want to say, just to sum up about this statement today, which is, I don't have time, or I'm just not motivated, or I don't like to eat that food. It's all the I don'ts. It's all the negative stuff. Yes, I am the most positive person that I know, because I have trained myself and I have created tools and resources and ways to become positive and to manage my own state, but I don't wake up like that. So my invitation to you is this. Next time you go to hear yourself say, I want something, and then your next statement is, I don't have time for that, rephrase it with, that's just not my priority, and see how that feels. Because if you're saying to yourself, I really want to get healthy, I really want to get into shape, but it's not my priority, how does that feel? Let it sit there. Let that sit there, and really for you to go, yeah, that's a bit sucky. Because that's really where you should be at. That's where you really should be thinking, is that's really sucky. And then the next part is, okay, I'm not in control of my schedule. Well, you are in control of your schedule. It's carving out 1 hour per day for you to achieve your goals. In 1 hour, you should be able to do all of your goal setting and your gratitude, take your supplements, make a prudie, and move your body for up to 45 minutes in 1 hour. Okay? That could be your 1 hour for yourself. If you don't have it now, get up 1 hour earlier. If you don't have it, if you're not a morning person like me, I don't get up an hour earlier. I generally stay awake a little bit later. Or I do some of it in the morning and some of it in the evening, and I get it done throughout the day. So you are in control of your schedule. You're in control of your body. You're in control of how you feel. You need to take responsibility. You need to catch yourself when you're making these excuses, and you need to take responsibility to make the choice for you. All right? And I'm here to help you in any which way I can. We're here live every Monday at 3 p.m. GMT for Motivation Monday. I am also going to be providing you with some amazing resources over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doing time crunch workouts. We're going to be doing our 5-minute, 5-day Prudie challenge. If you're somebody who doesn't have time, I'm going to give you some solutions, some actual tactics, some things that you can do to make healthy eating and exercise easier and quicker. But you have to start doing the work now by saying, I'm going to do this. I do have time. I am in charge of my schedule. I am in charge of my time and how I can make things work. And meet me halfway. So I'm going to be providing loads of those, and in the meantime, and then next week, not only do we have our beginners program starting here in the studio, we also have our 90-day challenge, which is our VIP challenge, which we're going to be tracking and making time for ourselves, tracking our goals, our gratitude, our workouts, all of these things as part of the Goddess Got Goals journal, and I'm so excited to be launching that in the next couple of days. So I hope to see you same time, same place here for Motivation Monday, 3 p.m. GMT, and whatever you've got going on this Monday, have an awesome one, and I look forward to seeing you then. Peace.